Hello you beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. And today we have a new chapter for One Piece. Chapter 1120. It's called Atlas. We just had a break week. I hope you all are doing okay. Not going insane. Can do a quick recap of last chapter. Lucy got told to do what she wants by Kaku, just leaving. Bonnie was in Nika form for 10 seconds. And they all punched Luffy and sent one of the elders flying, like in Pokemon, the blinking lights. And then the giant robot, which I actually I misunderstood what the last chapter meant. The robot is named Emmett. I thought Emmet was a word for something or a meaning, a different meaning. So no, the robot is named Emmet. I also think that I don't know if I said it in previous chapters, but I think the robot is humanoid. Because yeah, it's ancient and it has been out of order, out of activation, but it's having thoughts. It's self-awareness is there, and that's not something a robot has. So I think the robot might be humanoid, might be part of an ancient race. Yeah, that's about it from last chapter. Emmeth rose up from the water and punched the elder boar and breaking off his tooth. Tooth. And everyone is reacting. What the hell is that in robot? Looking of robot. All right, let's continue this chapter. The front page is Yamato and Denjiro. Denjiro is holding the kids in a net who threw rocks at Yamato. Kids getting put in time out by the Daima of Kibi, Denjiro. Okay, let's see, let's start. I'm so excited. 26 years ago, Punk Hazards. A genius in his prime. I implore you, Vegapunk, please aid us in our research. It is imperative that we study the Void Century. The world's history can't remain shrouded in darkness. I'm so sorry, this happens every time I start recording. Okay, so people are talking about the Void Century. We see Punk Hazard in its glory. It's sunny, there's palm trees. It looks like a scientific island. Our research requires expertise in numerous fields. I work for the government now. I can't afford to leak my findings. And he's talking to Clover from Ohara. And you can see the dragon that Vegapunk has made, and it seems like Emmet is maybe behind the gate. There's a figure with a horn in darkness, looking over the giant wall. You know where Zoro sliced the wall open. Yes, let's see. How many times had I caught you anyway? Open your eyes. Can't you see they're keeping? Can't you see they? Oh my god! Can't you see why they keep letting you go free? They're hoping to flush out your allies. Stand down. Let the past remain shrouded. You won't find the answer to good and evil in a bunch of old stories. Vegapunk is telling Clover. I once knew someone who carried a D in their name. He was killed right in front of me. We grew up together. He was my big brother. What? My real name? Oh, this might be translated wrong, but let's see. My real name is Clayom D. Clover. Claiomh D. Clover. Clayom? I don't know how. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. On that day, I lied to save myself. We were only friends in the speech thought bubble of the past. He's yelling now. Tell me, how am I meant to accept a world where you can die just for having the wrong name? History will only continue to be suppressed and the people will never know. I forget what you just told me, but I'm afraid I can't help you. Do your best to stay safe. Megapunk! The voices of the past call out to you. Just wait. I'll solve this puzzle, and when I do, you won't be able to ignore them. The Clover is a D as well. Okay, he had an older brother that died for having the D name. 22 years ago. Did you hear the news from the West Blue? Uhara came to face with a buster call. Take a look, it's the biggest massacre yet. You have Caesar Clown. They finally got that archaeologist Clover. Shururururu. That's what happens when you look into the Void Century. No one's gonna make that mistake again. I have Vegapunk. That's like thinking. I implore you, Vegapunk. Oh, it looks like some brats survived. A picture of Nico Robin's wanted poster. You must have a change. You must have a chance to escape. Clover. You chose death. Was passing on your research that important? You fools. Did you really expect someone to be curious enough to follow in your footsteps after this? And they have a transponder snail. We're going back to the present where the recording is being played. Bzz. Someone once told me that the voices of the past call out to you. History is written by the victors. And the words of the vanquished are usually cast into a deep, dark ocean. That being said, the truth can still come to light. If the oppressed carry it on their backs and endure. You have Robin sitting there like he's about to cry. For my part, I am leaving this to the world. Hey, what are you doing? Hurry up and blast off! You have the crew on the stratosphere on the cloud. It's no good, we can't. That old centaur is gonna keep attacking. We're finished if he does. This ship can only fly for a kilometer. If the Geyser disrupt our trajectory even a little, we won't make it. You have the old elder with a sword standing in front of the ship. He's like looking like he's getting ready to slice. Looks so cool though. The wind's blowing north, and that's reducing our lift. Any further jolts will make us fall short of our projected landing zone. According to my calculation, if we miss the ocean, our damage will be critical. We have to get rid of him first. What? And you have... Holy shit! You have Atlas coming in to punch Lilith. He's up on the stratosphere and just knocking Lilith to the ground. Why? Why did you do that? Why did you do that to Lilith? He's panting. I leave her in your hands. Take off. I'll make sure I'll make sure you make it in one piece. Okay, so Lilith is the only Vegapunk that's going to survive. What are we talking about? Lilith access has been severed. Atlas is the only one left. So if she's knocked out, she's not dead. So when a Vegapunk or a Atlas is knocked out, their connection is cut off. Or maybe Atlas did something to pull out the connection. I don't know. It doesn't really show us. Take Lilith inside, Zoro. Got it. Atlas, you got to explain. She's charging towards the Elder. The Elder is looking mighty pissed off. Let's go, Jimbe. Let's go. Oh, no, let's go. Jimbe? And Jimbe with a question mark. We'd regret it if we hesitated now. Do it, Brook! Right away, Zoro-san. Kuda Burst! And you have Lilith losing her hand and charging into the Elder and knocking him away. So the ship can go past him. This broadcast of mine, I'm praying that this message gets transmitted safely. And then you have the robot versus the boar. Whoa! Vice Admiral, Hound, sir, what is this? There's a snake, a boar, and a bird, and now a robot. Where did these giant creatures come from? I just... It clicked with me last time, but I'm gonna mention it now. All of those Marines, maybe apart from the Vice Admirals, they are dead. They have now seen the forms of the Elders. They don't know that that is the Elders, but the Elders do not want them to spread that information. So all these Marines that are there right now, they are dead. Honestly, I don't have the faintest idea. Luffy in Gear 5. It's the huge robot! An iron giant! And I have MF thinking, Joy Boy, I am happy we got to meet again. Over here. And you have Luffy going, looking at the robot, and then looking away. Over here, you... Wait. Joy Boy, I am happy we got to meet again. Over here, you... I came like before. Your enemy is my enemy. Hold on, I'm skipping something here. Okay, hold on. There's a broadcast bubble first. I realized it will be foolish to blindly trust in a one-sided account of a 900-year-old battle. And then we go back to MF thinking. I came like before. Your enemy is my enemy. I am glad. I can fight for you again, Joy Boy. And Luffy's going, you can talk? That's so cool! But Emily's not talking, he's thinking. Luffy can hear it with his, probably with the voice of all things. I will protect you from danger, Joy Boy. We must pound them. We must pound them to dust. It seems Vegapunk's speech is all but over. You have the Snake Elder and the Boar Elder facing off against Emmett. Let's go! Hey Stuart, is he a friend? Not really. He was saying something about protecting. Some guy called Joy Boy. Who even is that? He talked? We didn't hear a thing. What? Really? I love this. I fucking love this. Enough chit chat. Shoot, we can't let them get away. Then we have more speech bubbles. No, broadcast bubbles. But I think we should be able to scrutinize and learn about the past from every perspective possible. I only wish I had more time. But there are those who cannot be stopped. And you have the snake elder charging towards Emmett. It looks like Emmett is doing like a... It goes like ka-ching and it's kind of like charging something or sending out a punch. I don't know. It goes like this. And you hear ka-ching. It's ready to fire. What's gonna come out? Okay, now he's standing like this. And goes... Uh-oh. What? Watch out, robot! Emmett is saying, uh-oh. He goes, creak. Like the metal is creaking. Whoa, robot! It seems the last 900 years have rendered those weapons inoperable. Inoperable. Out of order. Crush them where they stand. End this transmission once and for all. And we have Saturn, the spider elder, jumping off the snake elder. I really need to learn their names. And he's jumping onto the giant ship. I will not let you escape. Ah! Kuma, Bonnie. Huh? That's the sun. The sun just going, huh? That's the sunny. And hold on tight. We're going down. Are we gonna make it? So, and I go back to the Nusnjuru. I think it's the centaur elder. With he's the one with the blade that Sora has, Kitetsu. So, you mean to make a grand sacrifice of yourself? Atlas goes, nah, I'm just lending a hand. And Atlas goes, blows herself up. We're gonna make it! The ship falling down, and then more speech bubbles. Sorry, broadcast bubbles. 25 years ago, the pirate Gol D. Roger achieved... I'm tearing up. Achieved the unprecedented by circumventing the globe. I have no doubt they've heard the whole thing. Now stop going. It's only worked because of you, right, Atlas? And it's crying and yelling it out. Here's a big spread. Hold on. Atlas signals it gone. It finally happened. I'm the last Vegapunk. And you have Nusjuro's head is blown up, but it's regenerating. No, not quite yet. We have let you spy far too much, Stella. Indeed, this is the end. And then you have Emmett. There's seems like he lost his left arm. Is smoke coming out of it. He's thinking, "Oh my, I have really rusted away. This is the time you spoke of, right?" Every time I read Joy Boy, I'm getting like cramped up, almost tearing. This is the time you spoke of, right, Joy Boy? Can I use it? Use it. Bzz. The broadcast signal. They must have heard the voices of the past from the purest source possible. I am confident you have all come to the same conclusion at this point, and I anticipate that that is what will ultimately determine how things will transpire in the future. Wait, what was that? Did he say goal D? And then we have chapter end. But who are these prisoners? There's prisoners who saying, wait, what was that? Did they say goal D? Prick, 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 question mark. Cover and color spread next issue. A visionary envisions the future. Oh. Okay, so Emmett is about Emmet is about to use something he haven't been used before. Oh my god, Vegapunk. I'm confident you have all come to the same No, we haven't, because the broadcasts have been cut off. We are missing really important lines. Unless you're going to tell us something else next chapter. Okay, so finally the crew is back together, or almost. The sun is diving down towards the sea, towards the giant ship. We're about to leave Egghead. Probably this chapter and last chapter, and the next chapter is the last we see of Egghead, or last we see of Egghead with the Straw Hat crew. Maybe we'll get a chapter with a few pages where you have Kizaru and the elders doing something. Probably killing off York as well. They don't need York anymore. York's job is done. And notice something. Bonnie is down in her child form again, next to Kuma. Anything else out of? I really love that. Emmett is talking to himself as a humanoid would do, not a robot. And Luffy is hearing him, like the voice of all things. Like he heard Sea Kings in Fishman Island, and he heard Sunisha as well. But I think this is my favorite panel. Hold on, I can actually show you this. Hold on. I think this is my favorite panel. Not really. He was saying something about protecting some guy called Joy Boy. Who even is that? Ah. I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. I really love how Luffy has no idea who Joy Boy is, even though he technically is Joy Boy. Oh my god, I love it. This thought bubbles of MS again. Joy Boy, I am happy we got to meet again. Over here, you. But that line doesn't make sense. I'm happy we got to meet again. Over here, you. I came like before. Your enemy is. Okay, so maybe he's saying, I'm happy we got like over here, like in this time. Over in this time. I came like before. Your enemy is my enemy. I am glad I can fight for you again, Joy Boy. Okay, so one thing of notice I've seen in the last few chapters is that Gear 5 is Luffy can basically fly. He's just in the air in every panel. He's just floating in the air. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. I love Gear 5. I love how toony it is, but even Oda himself has said that he doesn't want people to have the power to fly. He said that about Shiki with his float fruit. He didn't want to incorporate that fruit into the manga, so he did it for the movie instead. But now that Shiki is in the manga as well, that power is technically canon. So seeing that Luffy can Oda's had some change of heart in that manner. Unless that unless these panels are just Luffy in the air and he has to jump up and down and bounce up and down, or he's making the air rubber. I don't. Every chapter is just flying or floating. I should say. But he. Okay. I can show you this. Hold on. I'm gonna show you the whole page. Hold on. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. So if you go, you see here he's kind of flying. Here as well he's floating. He's floating. Here he's floating. Here as well he's floating, but he's arched in a sitting position as if he's just bounced. And here as well, he's like he has already bounced up again. So maybe he's actually bouncing, but it's kind of hard to draw that in the manga. I hope that's the case at least. I don't want Luffy to be able to just fly. That kind of I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I hope he's bouncing and that we just don't see it, because it's hard to you can't draw every page like he's bouncing up and down. Every panel, I mean. Okay, so in the last panel I showed you, he was kind of like floating, like he's already bounced up, and in the next one he's up in a sitting position again. Let's see if we see another panel here. No, there's no other panel of him after that. All right. Next chapter is we're going to get some reveals. It seems like people are reacting to that Roger is named Goldie and not Gold, and it says that next issue a visionary envisions the future. Maybe we'll get some lost translation, that those words are cuts out, or maybe say that again somehow. We are missing some very important details that the transmission was cut out from. Right, that's it for this chapter. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. There's no break, so stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.